Peace and love, y'all. Flowing and growing with Sister Zinga here. Hey, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm well. I apologize for last week, but I had 5 people here visiting me, and I was just so busy, and we were doing this, doing that. So when people come, I just have to show people a good time, give them good experiences. Um, but anyway, right here, so we still moving right along. Thank you, subscribers, those that check for the notifications. Don't forget to do that thumbs up button. Please leave a comment because the last week was about, well, the last video was about making your plan and working your plan, playing your work and then working your plan, and also talk about downsizing. So put in the comments, let me know, like so what is your plan? But just not the whole plan, just a broader thing of what you're doing because you really shouldn't be telling everybody about what you're doing. It's not good to tell everybody when you got a plan. You just start working it, and they will see. As you manifest things, they will see as you manifest things. But we always tell about, girl, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going, or brother, it's really best to just do it. Do it in silence. It speaks louder. And plus, you just want to just do it because there's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna be discussing. Some people for you, some people ain't. The vibes and all that kind of stuff. So that's just real. I was gonna keep telling you, energy is real. So, and then, have you worked on minimizing something? Have you cut back on, if you haven't, start giving away or minimizing a certain item by selling it or giving away or, donating it? Have you stopped, buying more of certain things? Like where are you in the process? So really need you to comment to let me know how things are going. But as we continue to move forward down, we got to do this thing called think. It ain't illegal yet because it's simple to say, I do think for myself and I do this, that, and other stuff. But what we really need to understand is that we're not. If you are running according to involved and living your life according to the system, but to the Western world system, then you really are under a slave mentality, and it's I don't know a nicer way to say it, but but it's trying to keep it real. But that's just the way it is. It ain't just you. It's the world. It's the world. And I have to put up with it when I'm traveling there, and that's why I had to get away from it. I couldn't be there all the time. So I'm here, there, I'm everywhere, just moving around, just traveling. But but yeah, that this system has been in place, and what you need to understand is that it's been in place. Okay, so the same thing. I'm in my 60s, so it's been like 60 years for me. It's been my mother's 97, it's 100, almost 100 years for her. But the same games, Humpty Dumpty, Ring Around the Rosie, Jump Rope, um, into with the spider, the Jack and Jill. All those things are still being taught to our children in school today, and all that is part of the program. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. It's a program that's being taught to our children. When you're in it, excuse me, please. When you're in it, oh, sorry, excuse me. When you're in the schools, that's it. Nobody escapes it, but you just got to be able to have the mentality of knowing things. And so that's what I want to talk about. Since you know certain things now, as you continue to get information, you have to take that information, you have to apply it to your life. That's what I'm saying, that if you know that hot dogs is garbage, you have to stop eating hot dogs. And I think that's just the worst thing that anybody can eat, all the ground up scraps. And people still eat scrapple. That's they call scrapple. It's called scraps because it is scraps, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so and that certain schools, certain places like McDonald's, they tell you that it's been tested to tell you that they feeding you horse meat, or it's not all like just beef. I mean, and so we know these certain things. We have to live according to that, and it's hard to change because I've been there and done that. And I'm like I said, I'm not perfect. I make good food choices, but every now and then, if I'm on vacation, I'll eat something that I'm not usually eating. But you just gotta enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about: being happy, enjoying your life. But meanwhile, but for the majority of the time, you have to incorporate good choices about how you're going to do things. That one thing that kind of a little pet peeve that I have is when you go somewhere and you're asking a question, somebody that works someplace, you say you can go to the store, to Target, and say, so do you have any black socks? And the person may say, I don't think so. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. You have to say, okay, well, can you find somebody that knows? Because you sometimes you call people on the phone. Well, I think it's something, something, something. No, you need to follow through and ask them. Well, okay, well, you think so, but can you check with somebody else? Can I speak to your supervisor? Don't accept things. You have to start thinking, because the way the world going is everybody just kind of goes along, even though something may not be right. Everybody knows that cigarettes is bad as hell for you. How many people is dying of cigarettes? And it's on the package telling you that, warning, blah, blah, blah. And people still buy cigarettes when you know that shit's going to kill you. It's like you're putting nails in your own grave, whatever, in your own coffin. So we have to start thinking, and we have to start applying these things that we know to be true. We know that the system is so messed up. We know that, certain places you go, it's a shame that you can't be, sitting in the parking lot, or something that somebody's going to approach you or something like that. So we have to think about how to be able to handle all these situations. And you have to know that, the saying that I came up with, think, it ain't illegal yet. But I took the word think and made an acronym out of it, THINK. And it's taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. That sometimes, like everybody's wearing these, the way that people dress. That's one of my pet peeves. Do you know that the intention of this society making us look that way and dressing that way? Make a decision for yourself. Because another pet peeve of mine, and I'm just sharing, I'm just being very transparent, is bathing suits. I think it's so disgusting that a woman would, just because they're going to tell you that, that this is what you were supposed to wear as a bathing suit now versus anything else that you could be wearing, that you wear it and you expose your body. Like, you're giving them control of your body. And I don't see how a man can be with have to be with his woman, and she walking alongside him with the thong bathing suit up. That man don't give a damn about you, because he care. You making him look like, I guess he thinking you maybe look like somebody, because though this mine. No, it ain't yours no more. Once you expose it to the whole world, it ain't yours no more. Maybe they can't touch it, whatever, but then that's tempting too. So, but you know that you can't wear a bra and panty out in the street publicly. So how is it you to justify the fact that you're going to wear a bathing suit, in the public? So I'm talking about, you have to think, it ain't illegal yet. When it comes to certain things, think about, when it comes to the schools that your children are in, be question things, just don't say, oh, this is how they do it. No, okay, but this is, according to us, my family, what we do in our household, the way that's not going to be good for us because of blah, blah, blah. You have to start speaking up, and you have to start implementing the things that you know. So take hold of it, implement the new knowledge. Otherwise, it's no good for you. It's no good for you. You know that the people who have children, you know that those shots that they're giving our children is not good for them. But don't go along with, because they tell you that you have to, do it for this grade, that grade. You don't, at a certain age, whatever it is. You don't have to do that. You can say no. And then you find a way, the same way they manipulate us, you find a way to manipulate the system that you don't have to do it. They lied to us. So you have to lie. I'm just saying, if you have to lie and tell them that it's according to your religion, that you cannot, your child cannot get these shots and blah, 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 because a lot of people do it. Come on, because you know what they're doing? They're making a choice for themselves. You know that some meats are not good. Most of the time when they sell you meat and it's already got sauce on it, this kind of seasons and all that kind of stuff, that's the bad meat that's been sitting there, and they put all that shit on it so you can't taste that stuff. They're trying to get rid of it. I mean, so there's certain things you have to think about. Y'all think it ain't illegal yet. So that's really the next step, to be able to think about what you're doing in your life. Think about where you're going, what you're eating, and where you're eating at. Who you be around. What do you say? What do you think is okay? Who you let in your personal space? How much information that you putting on this damn machine? Because people say, oh, they got our information anyway. They do have a lot of our information, but you know one thing? But you don't have to give them all of it. If you can control some of it, you're not giving some of it to them, then you should do so and find ways of doing that. There's other browsers that you could use that don't copy all your information. Like the browsers that they offer you. I mean, because everything that they do, there's a niche in there somewhere that is benefiting them. And so you have to look at this thing and see, well, okay, well, how make it benefit for yourself, or either don't be involved in it. And then you have to start telling your children the truth. The holidays is full of bullshit. Jesus Christ was really not born in December. Why are you doing that? Why? Why are you getting your children all psyched up on this thing? Tell your children about their ancestors. Do they know who Marcus Garvey is? Do they know who Queen Mother Moore is? Do they know who Queen Zinga is? Imhotep? Do they know about all the inventions that we have? Go share that kind of stuff with you. And if you do want to participate in these in this, like Halloween, for instance, what I think is crazy, let them dress up as an ancestor or somebody who it was an inventor or something like that. If you just have to have them participate, but really, you're lying to your children. They lying to you, and you lying to your children. So we have to stop this thing. We have to start thinking for ourselves and doing what is best for ourselves. that's a big step because we're just brainwashed. Really, we are. We are. And I'm not trying to insult anybody and make belittle anybody, but this is a fact that when I'm truly not trying to insult anybody, but if you're in the system, then this is the way that it is. Unless you make decisions for yourself, you know what I'm saying, and try to stop stopping at the mall and check out the stores where you can spend less money, so you can be able to save your money and put your money in your pocket to do things what you want to do with it, and stop being caught up on like you got to have the latest greatest everything. You know what I'm saying? If your phone is working, then why you got to get a new phone just because it's a new one? You know, I mean, why do you have to, if the sneakers are just got like a little spot on them, you can't just clean them off? So I know some people that really literally once they get a little couple what's the names on the sneakers, they won't wear them anymore. Like just take the damn brush to clean them damn things off. But anyway, there's so many things, but just y'all think it ain't illegal yet, okay? Because that process is this is a hard part because we have to start emancipating ourselves because it is a mental slavery and it's so inbred in us from generation to generation to generation. So you really have to work towards clearing your mind away from the bullshit. And stuff, you hear it every day because they telling us the shit that they doing to us. They just telling you. But then oh, because everybody's doing it, and this is just this is the way it is. Da, 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 we go along, but you don't have to do that. All right, my sisters and my brothers, take your power back. Take your power back. Think, y'all, it ain't illegal yet. That's some real shit. Because they do it that you don't know. You know what you in America doing all that mess. You see all this shit that's going on. Ain't no telling what's next. And the one thing I want to tell you, that's not really it's just specific to this thing, but please be prepared. Don't think that the shit ain't gonna go down. In other countries, sometimes they may not have running water for a week. They may not have this, that, and the other. You need to start building up your a little safe haven thing in your home that will let you be able to survive for about a week at least. Stack up on a couple cases of water, stack up on, some simple stuff, some crackers, some beans, some canned food, some tuna fish, some things that that you're going to need, some basic stuff, some toilet paper, paper towels, just stock up on that kind of stuff. So I'll make this going to be another video. Excuse me. So y'all think it ain't illegal yet? God love you, so do I.